Hello and welcome to Education Champions. I'm Brian Sexton along with the host, Sarah Schaefer. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm great, Brian.
Ready to get back at this?
Always ready.
Early in the new year, here we go. And our guest today is John SanGiovanni, who is an author, consultant. John, what don't you do in the field?
I can't think of anything I don't do. I'm fortunate to, get to work with all sorts of publishers, the district that I work in, and our national organizations as well. So thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit about how you have seen over the course of your career the classroom change. Would you say that it's been gradual or dramatic?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that there's definitely there's been some points that have sparked more change, such as a worldwide pandemic that caused innovation and creative problem solving. But I think day to day in the classroom, teachers are solving problems creatively every day. I mean, there's been trends that have come and gone, right? I think challenges exist across schools, and the challenges that we have today are certainly unique. There's no disputing that, but sometimes it feels like the conversation is, well, there's only been challenges since the pandemic. And as a classroom teacher before 2019, like, it was tough to get kids to turn and talk to each other about the math that they're working on, or to take turns when they're playing games and such. And I guess my point is, some of the challenges of student interaction, engagement, retaining of knowledge, etc., like, those have transcend teaching. They aren't new, right? But I do think there are some new challenges that have definitely sparked with our students' mental health, their well-being, coming to school. Just coming to school. We know that attendance is a challenge, and if they're not there, it's really hard to teach them.
John, in your work, as you talk about teaching them, right, and supporting the teacher, you do a lot of teacher training. You do a lot of different talks around the United States. What is a common theme that you find that comes back again and again in supporting teachers?
Oh, that's a great question. Teachers throughout the country want to learn. They want to do best by their students. They want to understand their students' needs and meet those challenges. I see that throughout the country. I see throughout the country teachers really interested in new approaches to teaching and learning mathematics. I think one of the challenges that many face is that they don't have enough pre-service learning about the mathematics that they teach, that they don't have a deep understanding. Well, it's not that they don't understand the math, but like all the nuances, different strategies, that they don't have enough opportunity prior to teaching, and then sometimes while they're in service, to understand the math well. But the one thing that they want more than anything, and it's the same thing that our students want, and that is to be engaged in the learning, not just to sit there and get it for 8 hours and then go try it, but actually have opportunities to dabble with the math, to talk about it with their colleagues, to try it out, and then to come back and learn more and talk about how they would tweak and change it.
And so in doing that, that takes time, right? And time is something that teachers don't have. So in your opinion, how do they do those things, that engagement, that creative problem solving, those learning those new ways within the confines of their day?
Yeah. So time has been a challenge historically. That's one of those things I talked about, that's not a new challenge, right? Time has always been a challenge. I think that we, as district leaders and as schools and as teachers, want to continue to take a look at our schedules and try to find as much collaborative opportunities as there are. I think that there's time to take advantage of other opportunities throughout the day. I know that many teachers pursue learning on their own time, and it may be time, if you will, for districts and other organizations to provide better support and training on those own times, if you will, and finding better ways to provide release time so that learning can happen. The challenge there, of course, is that to teach kids, we need them in school, and so therefore our teachers need to be with them, right? And so providing learning time during the workday becomes really complicated. Again, I think finding ways to find creative release time and collaborative schedules is our first must have.
John, as we wrap it up, what's your creative release time? What do you do to get away from it and to make your brain spark so that you're ready to go back in the classroom the next day?
So it's funny you say that. Actually, in the classroom is where my brain kind of sparks, and so my creative release time is actually the drive home, the conversation. I get fuel from talking with other people and hearing about their ideas, and it challenges me to think about, oh, I could do this. And so my creative release time is actually just that: talking with folks, seeing things happening, thinking about the problems, and then thinking about cool new solutions to those problems.
Well, it's amazing how fast the time goes by. And here we are at the end of another Education Champions.
John, thanks for joining us today, and thanks for everything you do to support teachers and students in our country.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on Education Champions.
I'm Sarah Schaefer, founder of Mathodology. We're a company that's invested in helping parents, teachers, students understand the whys behind the math concepts and not just the how-tos. Understanding how math connects. The ideas connect and should not be taught in isolation. We need to provide these connections. This is what I do, and this is what I'm so passionate about. Thank you for watching, and I hope you will take advantage of the support and the training that we offer.